Good morning, dear students. Today we will start our chapter 4 Working with Tables. Microsoft Word offers a flexible feature of presenting information in a tabular form. Tabular form means in the form of a table. A table consists of a number of columns and rows. It is very useful in organizing and representing the data in an effective manner. Creating a table. A table is an organized arrangement of text in the form of rows and columns. Student, with the help of table, we can arrange our data in the form of a row or columns. The intersection of a column and a row is called a cell. Word provides a variety of ways to create a table. The simplest way to create a table is to click on the table button in the tables group on the insert tab. Data in the form of text or graphics can be entered inside cells. Students, if you want to create a table of your data, so first click on the insert tab. After opening insert tab, click on the table option. By clicking on the table option, you can insert table in your document. There are some methods to insert a table. First method is using table grid. So first click on the table button in the tables group on the insert tab. Drag the mouse pointer over the grid and cover the number of rows and columns you want in your table. The table will be inserted in the work area. Student, when you click on the table option, the first option is grid table. When you select number of boxes, it represent a table in your document. For example, in this picture we are selecting 4 column and 4 rows, so 4 cross 4 table will be inserted in our document using insert table dialog box. So first click on the insert tab. Now on the insert tab, click on the table button in the tables group. A dialog box will appear. Now click on the insert table option. The insert table dialog box will appear. Specify the number of column and rows in the dialog box and click OK. As you can see in the picture, there is number of columns and number of rows, so you can determine according to your requirement number of columns and rows and then click OK. Then according to your choice, a table will be inserted in your document. Next is entering data. How can we enter data in a table? First, place the insertion point in a table cell where you want to type data. Place your cursor in a cell in which you want to type some data. Next is to move to the next adjoining cell. Either press the tab key or the right arrow key. To move the previous cell, either press the shift plus tab key or the left arrow key. The up and down arrow keys will shift the cursor to the cell above or below the current cell. Next is modifying table. After entering data in a table, you can make changes in the data as needed. You can insert rows, columns, or cells in a table to accommodate new contents. Similarly, you can delete unwanted rows, columns, or cells from a table. For example, student, you have a table with 10 rows and 10 columns, but you want to insert some extra data, so you can extend your table by increasing your columns or rows, and if you want to decrease your column or rows, you can delete some rows and columns from a table. Inserting columns or rows in a table. While creating and making entry in a table, you might to need to add colons and rows in between. Word provides the facility to add new colons to the left or right of any existing colon and insert rows above or below the existing row. Dear students, you can insert rows only above or below the existing row, and you can insert colons on the left and right side too of any existing colon. To add a colon, click on the top border of the colon adjacent to which you want to insert a new colon. Click on the Layout tab in Table Tools tab. Click either on the Insert Left or Right button on Rows and Colons group. As you can see in the picture, there is a group named Rows and Colons. If you want to insert row, you have to click on the option Insert Below or Insert Above. If you want to insert a colon, you have to click on Insert Left or Insert Right. Deleting rows and colons. First, select the row or colon that you want to delete. Then click on Layout tab under Table Tools tab. Then select the delete option in the rows and colons group. A list of options appears. Choose the delete rows or delete colons option in the drop down menu, or right click on the selected row or colon that you wish to delete. Select the delete row or delete colon option from the shortcut menu. Similarly, delete option is found on the rows and colons group. Now, as you can see in the second picture, when you click on the delete option, there is a drop down menu. First option is delete cells, second option is delete colons, third option is delete rows, and fourth option is delete table. So if you want to delete a row, then first select the row and then click on the option delete row. Similarly, you can delete a single cell, you can delete a colon, or if you want to delete entire table, you can click on the option delete table. Formatting a table. Formatting controls the overall appearance of a table. After creating a table, you can format the entire table by using Table Style feature. Click on the table you want to format, then click on the Design tab of Table Tools and select the desired style from the Table Style group. Changing colon width. You can resize the colon width either by choosing option available on the Layout tab or by using the mouse pointer. There are some steps to change the width of a colon. First, select the colon whose width you want to change. Then click on the Layout tab in Table Tools. Select the Properties button in the Table group. The table dialog box appears. Click on the colon tab. After clicking on colon tab, a new dialog box appears. Now select preferred width checkbox. Now increase or decrease colon width. Click OK. As you can see in the picture, there is a dialog box Table Properties. If you want to change the width of a colon, then you have to click on the colon box. And then after clicking on the colon box, there is a dialog box. You have to check on the preferred width box, and by the help of spin arrows you can increase or decrease the colon width. Next is splitting cells. Splitting a cell means dividing the selected cell into separate cells. It means we can divide a single cell into many separate cells. How you can do this? There are some steps. Select the cell that you want to split. Now click on Layout tab. Select the Split Cells button in the Merge group. The Split Cell dialog box appears. Define the number of rows and columns into which you wish to split the selected cell in the respective spin boxes and then click OK. As you can see in the picture, when you click on the layout tab, there is a group merge. If you want to split cells, then click on the split cells option. Then split cells dialog box opens. In this dialog box, define the number of rows and number of columns in which you want to split a cell and then click OK. Merging cells. Merging means combining two or more cells into a single cell. Sometimes data is split in numerous segments of a cell and you want to combine it in a single cell to give it a better look. Merging the cells provides a way to consolidate data in one cell. Now calculations in dear students. The same you can perform merging of cells by choosing layout tab option and by clicking on the merge cell option. Now calculations in a table. You can perform calculations on the numeric data entered in a table. It means if you have entered some numeric data in your table, you can also perform some functions or formulas in that data. So you have to perform some steps. First is select the layout tab. Then click in the cell where the result is to be displayed. The formula button in the data group. The formula dialog box appears. Note that the sum formula is already displayed. Click OK. The result appears in the selected cell. When you click on the layout tab, you have to click on the last option, that is formula, and after clicking on formula option, there will be a dialog box of formula, and here you can write the function you want to perform on your numbers. If you want to perform sum, you have to write the formula equal to sum and then click OK.